Hit it. All righty, folks. Welcome to another episode of the Marked for Life Wrestling Podcast. My name is Jeff Bailey.
And I'm Jared Jones. What is up?
Oh, gosh. What a night of wrestling. But before we start, trigger that subscribe button.
Yes.
Drop the top rope elbow on the like and hit the bell for notifications, I guess.
Yes.
Leave us some comments. Talk to us. Twitter. Hit me up.
Whatever. I love it. The Twitter handle right at the jump, and I'm at
on the lead in, brother. I'm a professional
at 4 Life Wrestling. I'm gonna make, I keep saying every episode, I'm gonna make a thing, and I'm just gonna make one.
Get on it, Jerry.
But maybe we can get fancy and have like little graphics, like the big boys and girls do whose wrestling shows.
Someday, kids.
Yeah,
keep tuning in.
Yeah. The big time wresling shows that you're watching right now, they've got all the graphics. We're gonna get there.
That you're watching, But oh my god, what a Dynamite. Kick it off. Oh, Moxley returns. The return of John Moxley, and oh my god.
Right out of the chute, man.
Guy looks fantastic. He looks amazing. As someone who quit drinking, and you could tell when someone has quit and knocked off the booze for a while, he looks incredible. He's like, I'm thirsty now, I only drink blood.
he's
coming.
He's in fighting shape for sure. He looked great, and I love that a
promo.
Right from the jump, that whatever that fan said, set him off.
Get the fuck out of here. Not having it. Love it. Live TV. Get the fuck out of here.
I gotta say, part of it, the thing I love about Mox and even Eddie, that we might talk a little bit about later, is just I love the rawness and the messiness sometimes of this promotion. But this promo, it's real. It's real. He was just talking real stuff.
Exactly. Real stuff. And this is like, again, kind of what makes me bring back to wrestling as a kid is like, to me, they were just dudes who talked smack and wrestled.
Yeah.
This is kind of goes back to that. We don't need to build a giant weird facade of story and layered BS stories. These guys aren't great actors, they're wrestlers. You let them tell their story through wrestling.
That's right.
So John Mox comes out, I'm ready to come back. Let's wrestle. I'm gonna bathe in somebody's blood.
How much
Rider's back?
How much of Mox's return was it sped up a little bit because of GCW and them coming out announcing that he was going to return this weekend?
I don't think so. I think he was clearly obligated to wrestle or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd come back if he was ready. I mean, look at him. He looks
good, man.
He looks great.
Man, I mean, you could, like you said, you could tell. And I think he looks great. This has been kind of a week for Moxley. I mean, on the other promotion, I just assumed they would cut him out of the video montages of the Shield.
Shield.
Yeah. And I in a way I was kind of glad. I was kind of good on WWE for acknowledging
the wrestling history is wrestling history.
Yeah, they didn't try to scrub him out.
I mean, I don't think he technically left on good terms, right? He just let his contract expire. I mean, as far as I know, he's not he didn't go burn any bridges.
Yeah.
By any stretch of the means. But I mean, he looks great. What a promo, you know. And now he's ready to kick some ass, and he's gonna get some all ego on Rampage. My boy Ethan Page.
Man, that's, I mean, you talk about contrasting. I mean, I love the contrast so we're almost like we're bookending like between Moxley and Page, but it's gonna be awesome. I love the contrasting styles. just the personas. That's a big match.
It is.
That's
It's
a really big
huge.
match.
That's main event. Dynamite, Amira, Rampage. You know,
Yep.
main event. Yeah, I think this is a huge match for Ethan.
Yeah.
Big time match for Ethan.
Yeah.
Show what he's made of. So
yeah.
And then we go to Orange Cassidy and Statlander versus Adam Cole and DMD. Yeah. What a match.
I mean, can I just not only, I mean, the match, but like having Adam Cole, his dramatic entrance, followed by Britt. I mean, that's just like,
yes.
You start the hours with one of those is going to lead hour one. One of those usually can lead an hour two. You get them boom, boom. And then
you get Orange Cassidy's
orange. You get orange,
which pops any crowd no matter what.
Let me tell you what, Jeff.
And we got really high energy Orange Cassidy tonight.
Yeah, we did. These four put on a really great match tonight. Oh man. Oh, they were on their game. I'm just so impressed with Statlander. She's a star, man. Like I cannot wait to see what her trajectory continues to be, because it just seems like she's going up, 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 and the sky is the limit for her.
I mean, I think they clearly want her to. She's in that title picture.
Oh yeah,
I think they want her to be around the title. You know, the big title.
Yeah.
You know. So, and again, I think you kind of see this very interesting side of Adam Cole, you know, that comes out in these matches where he gets really jazzed up.
Yeah.
And, you know, and not to allude to it later, you know, we'll get more of that, but this match had some really cool spots. And, you know, again, it went to, you know, chicanery for victory. I don't always love it. Just I wish that just like they have something happen other than a low blow or knuckles or something, you know. But this is really good. And you see Britt take a huge bump.
Oh, she did, man.
You know, and through the table, and Statlander take the destroyer on the ramp.
Yeah.
Some big bumps in this match, dude.
I love that moment when, you know, Britt landed her move, Adam landed his, and, you know, Orange kicks out, and they're just looking at each other like, and you can see Britt like, what the fuck? Like,
what's this kid made of?
It was really good storytelling, because they're kind of like, hey, what do we do? Like, how are we gonna figure this out? I love this story. I love how they were kind of telling this story of like, holy crap, we thought we did everything we needed to do. Now we've got to improvise, and then of course the big bump.
Yeah,
and then
and of course, you know, they set them. It's always one of those things I love when the heels get mad. They set up the table.
Yeah,
and one of them goes through it and gets mad about it. It's like classic wrestling trope there, you know.
I gotta say that I have loved. It's not even subtle. The subtle change in Adam Cole's his colors, his jackets, his, you know.
I love the matching outfits. Right?
Yeah, but he's clearly aligning himself with
Red Dragon.
Yeah,
the red side.
Yeah, but
we'll see. You know, this with the Bucks will continue. You know.
So. Yeah. And I mean, and Cody alluded to something. We'll get to Cody.
We'll get to
Cody later. But yeah, I loved everything about that match. Yeah.
But after this match, we get you know, Sad Dad Jericho.
Yeah.
that was pretty interesting. You know, as we go to the back with the Inner Circle, and Proud and Powerful basically say they've had enough of your BS, Jericho.
Yeah.
And they walk out on him. And they've got a match coming up with 2.0 and Garcia.
And it's too bad they just got an award too for
Best Faction.
Yeah, Best Faction. And now looks like that's breaking up.
Yeah, they're like, don't badmouth Kingston. He's our boy. Kingston's our boy, and and what have you done for us? Where's our title matches?
Yeah.
Where's the help, bro? Where's the rub from being in your group, man?
Yeah.
Maybe we got to think about numero uno.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what next week looks like. But I'm
be really interesting.
Because here's the thing. I actually question how the Inner Circle was the faction of the year, because I am not a fan. I'm not a fan of the Inner Circle.
Dude, Judas is so over, man.
Yeah.
It's like it's beyond over. Everybody,
yeah,
it's Chris Judas, man.
Yeah, I'm ready for that clique to disband. And I don't want to see, just dude. I'm not a fan.
Well, clearly we're seeing an elevation of, that Sammy's clearly on an upward trajectory.
Oh yeah.
We were always going to need Jericho to take some steps back. Yes, he was very important to starting the company, giving it legitimacy and all those things. But we always kind of knew it's, dude, how old are you?
Yeah.
Then again, clearly age is nothing. That is evidence of the main event.
And it wouldn't surprise me at all if there's a Fozzy tour getting ready to happen in the spring and summer. Exactly. So
I love the imagery of the proud, powerful walk away. It's a sad dad look on his face, like, oh guys.
I love that promo. And so I want you guys to understand, when I say I don't like the faction, I love all of the members of the faction. I'm a big Jericho more. I'm just ready. I'm over it. I'm ready to move on from it. Move on. So
and then Adam Cole grabs the mic and says, demands a lights out match with Orange Cassidy. I guess we're gonna get at Beach Break. So I think we're gonna get some actual just pure violence. This might not, Adam Cole, as evidenced, Miro's only loss previous, his only loss previous to that loss with Sammy, and then the loss in that tournament was in a tag match against Orange Cassidy when weapons were involved. So this is a dangerous move by Adam Cole, for having Adam Cole to call out OC in a weapons situation.
I'm ready for Orange Cassidy to get a win that's not on Dark. I'm ready. Too. I'm ready.
Dude, you had won 40 something times in 2021.
Yeah.
Why isn't he in a TNT title match?
Right. He was the number one.
He was in a world title match. He was in a world title match.
He was the number one contender for a second.
Yeah, he was the number one contender. Never got a title.
Never got a shot.
He was number one contender.
No,
but he was in a world title match. I will say that.
Yeah.
But let's have him have. I think this might be a good time for Orange, as one of the most protected people in the company.
Yeah.
And it's time for Adam Cole to get his first singles loss. But again, it will be a lights out match, so it's unsanctioned.
Yeah.
It technically wouldn't be a technical loss, I guess.
Yeah. But we'll see. There'll be some shenanigans in that match.
Oh, for sure. Big time. Young Bucks, everybody. So then we had did have the MJF Wardlow.
Yeah.
Talk about how Wardlow, might have gotten out of that pin if he was MJF, because MJF wouldn't have gotten pinned like that, of course.
Apparently, happy birthday, Wardlow. Apparently today is Wardlow's his birthday today.
And a big happy birthday yesterday. Was it yesterday? To Brody Lee Jr.
Yes. Yeah.
-1. I think that kid is what a remarkable outswelling of love for that kid, and he is clearly going to grow up and probably become a pro wrestler.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
it's
But
in his
big happy
blood.
birthday to that kiddo. And wow, what a tough kiddo, and what a story.
Yeah,
You know how that family has, gotten
Mhm.
stronger and moved
Yeah,
on, but in a remarkable way, and his legacy is going to be
yeah,
continue to grow forever. So, but get some interesting stuff. And then Punk and Spears comes out.
yeah.
Punk comes out, and MJF comes out and says he's going to give us some commentary.
I
And
gotta
that
tell you,
Spears is going to show us something special.
I mean, I guess he kind of did. I guess if you, I didn't expect that.
Chain grapple into a GTS.
Yeah.
Match over. So we get the Punk version of a squash match.
Yeah.
And an instantaneous victory over Spears, and and then MJF dares to get in the ring.
Yeah, I thought we almost had a moment, but man, guess who's wearing Punky's wearing the scarf now, apparently.
Hey, Punk got the scarf, and MJF got the brown pants. So,
yeah.
Again, this will just clearly is moving towards a collision.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, it is a special next week, but
yeah,
I don't think it's that special.
No.
So then we get Christian Cage backstage, and Billy Gunn says hi. And your boy says he's not impressed with the Ass Boys.
They need to make us. They hadn't had statement.
Who are the Ass Boys? I don't even know who they are.
Yeah. Man.
So they said hello, and they beat the living tar out of Christian Cage. And
I gotta tell you, I love this promo so much.
I liked it too.
It just, oh man. I mean, just the image of Billy Gunn and Christian Cage. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, these two old guys.
Attitude Era matchup.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you right now, I don't think there's anybody in that locker room. They get loaded on something or whatever. I don't think any of them could ever get drunk enough or wild hair enough to run up on Billy Gunn.
No.
Nobody's running up on Billy Gunn, dude.
No way, dude.
That is not going to end well. I'm just saying, of all the guys,
that's like shoot one of the toughest guys like there is.
Oh yeah. If
you trust me, if you're ever in a bar fight, if there's a couple of people you want on your side, it's Billy Gunn.
It's Billy Gunn. No,
or William Regal. Those are the two guys you want on your team.
Yes.
No doubts.
Speaking of, the word in the street that Tony and William have had a conversation. So we shall see.
We shall see.
He's a very hot commodity. I mean,
why wouldn't you want him?
I mean, you talk about tightening up. So, as we have talked about, sometimes
he has become like the picture of a not. He's like in the wrestling fan mind.
Yeah.
He's now like kind of like come the picture of a down the middle straight shooter type of dude. So
I mean,
I think if you're going to bring him onto programming,
mm-hmm.
he immediately evokes, that the guy who's going to be very, call it down the middle.
Yeah.
But if you just want to have him behind the scenes too, I mean, my God, what a guy to have behind the scenes.
He's somebody that, he is going
to coach talent and to put together matches.
He's going to elevate whatever promotion he decides to go to. If he decides to go to, if he decides to stay in the business, but I can't imagine him leaving.
I just hope he does.
But whatever promotion he's going to go to,
right?
He's going to take them to another level. If it's AEW, great. If it's Impact, great. Which I need to start watching, by the way. I need to figure out how to get access.
I know Impact is incredible. They're putting on some really, really good wrestling. I mean, some of the big stars but I gotta say, I mean, and Impact fans will probably just want to come at me, bro.
But Impact fans, you know doggone well that the association with AEW has done nothing but help Impact.
It raised Impact's profile
big time. I mean, and it's been mutually beneficial, I believe, for AEW. Having Don Callis for that period of time with Kenny was just amazing. And we
I hope it means Don. I mean, I also think that like Kenny Omega can have anybody come out with him.
Yeah.
He's an EVP. It doesn't matter what company he works for.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he has that prestige level.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I look forward to hopefully that Kenny will come back with Don. But if Kenny comes back as a babyface, Don definitely will not be with
no.
So, kind of that. I mean, that alone kind of shows you direction of where that might go.
Yeah. I don't honestly, I'm hoping that Kenny is not coming back as a face. I don't necessarily want to see him as a heel. I want to see a guy that's on a singular mission, which is to
world champion.
Yeah.
World heavyweight champion again. Yes, definitely.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Then we have Cody Rhodes come out.
Whew.
And the man who has made himself the most interesting, most talked about person in professional wrestling.
Oh yeah. I mean, is there any doubt?
He comes out and he's like, "Well,
this?
What do you guys want to talk about?
I mean,
what's on your mind?"
There is no doubt. There's no doubt that he is like the central figure right now. I mean, at least this week for sure.
I love it. He pulls out a giant ladder.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wish that if you're gonna do this, just go sit on top of the ladder and give the promo.
Right.
If you're gonna do this, just go ahead and climb it and sit up there. And what else? Why have it there as a prop?
Right.
If you're not gonna do it. But there's lots of good stuff in here, and he cuts a very unique and interesting promo. And what are your thoughts on this, Jerry?
I love that it was not what I loved about it was just how real it was. Like he's like, look, I don't care about, it's almost like he was story arc agnostic. He's like, yeah, I kind of know, I've got this thing with Malachi Black, but he was just kind of saying, hey, like, this is kind of what it is. And I love, he's like, hey, like they told me to save this promo, but he's like, I love that he kind of, I don't know if I'll get another opportunity. He's kind of still saying out there like, I'm still a free. I mean, the thing that the shadow over the whole promo, and he alluded to it, is like, it's not the contract I wanted, is that he's still a free agent. And so he's just kind of giving like, just, I don't know. I feel like he's pouring out like, hey, like, look at what I built. I mean, he was just kind of like,
I think we kind of had this discussion not that long ago.
Yeah.
Of like, how do you do these things? I did them. I knew how to do this.
and
I did all those things that you talked about wanting to do. I did them.
And he's like,
I built this company.
Yeah.
How about them apples? When I don't want to be a heel? I don't have to be. I don't want to be.
All this talk about the forbidden door, I built
it. I made it.
Yeah.
Check the receipts.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
check that was I built this city. I mean, I like that, and that's good.
I mean, he killed it to me. I was riveted. I agree with you about the ladder. The ladder was actually not necessary.
No.
But it also didn't take away from it. But I agree with you. If he had gotten up top and just straddled the,
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Get up there, hold the belt, do the mic,
Yep. Yeah.
We've seen other people do it before.
Yeah.
Why not do you do it too?
Yeah.
But so then we get, so we're gonna get an awesome match. I mean, I love a ladder match, so hopefully I think this will be a good one. Sammy is a born risk taker. So this could be just right up his alley. for something,
Yeah.
absolutely scintillating. Then we get Anna Jade and Anna Jay and Anna and Jade Cargill backstage. Anna Jay, Jade Cargill.
I mean, so
That's a tongue twister.
I know,
You've never
Anna
tried
J,
it.
Jade Cargill. Oh, yeah, I see
That's
what you
not
did
easy.
there. I see what you did there. And I'm not stepping into that trap.
Johnny Hungy.
Yeah. Um, as
Anna
much
Hungy.
as I loved all of the promos, especially but coming right after the Cody promo. I mean, right after. Whew, man, we could use a little bit of work. But you know what? They're both rookies. I love Jade with the belt, like just her there with the belt. I'm like, oh yeah, that belt looks damn good on her.
That bitch show.
I think we're gonna get a fun match, a good match. Interestingly,
really good.
It's odd that the TBS champion is defending on TNT, but hey, I just kind of figured.
I've kind of wondered about this. Like, are they only ever going to defend the TNT title on TNT? Or are they going to defend it on TBS? They're clearly going to defend it on TBS. So
yeah,
I guess they're okay with the branding.
Yeah,
being what it is.
Yeah. I'm excited for that match though. I think that's a really good first opponent. I think Anna Jay she's earned a spot at Gold. I think she won me over in the street fight.
Big time.
And
such a great match.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think Jade she's gonna keep getting better. So I'm looking forward to Friday.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
And then we get the House of Black.
Ooh.
The Kings of the Black Throne.
Okay, what did you think about this match, Jeff?
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I love that now that they're in that Malachi is so in Pillman's head.
Yeah.
Can't even do his own move.
Right.
He's too scared to even try his own move. He's botched it up so many times.
Yeah.
And he's got him in fear. But I mean, how devastating is Brody King, man?
Dude. That dude.
That's a massive, sudden.
That's another dude I don't want to see.
They're like the most dangerous dudes are the very people are sudden.
Yeah.
He is definitely has that nastiness to him.
Yeah. I will say that I'm glad that the Varsity Blondes have changed their color scheme.
Oh, yeah?
That like green and yellow. Yeah, red is better.
Didn't dig it.
I like it better than the kind of that green. I don't know why I just didn't like the green and yellow kind of deal. I love that she's still rocking the eye patch. I love the thing with Pillman. So I don't know. I'm interested to see where this story arc goes for Pillman and Julia. I don't really care about the other guy. I feel like they're like Pavarotti, Domingo.
Griff.
Yeah.
Griff Garrison just completely forgotten.
I mean, yeah, they're Pavarotti, Domingo, and the other guy. That's him to me. I'm like, who's this other guy? But yeah, I didn't think the match was that clean. I didn't love the match. But I understand the story that was being told.
It was almost kind of a squash. So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
As it's supposed to be, I guess.
Yeah.
Because what we're really getting to is the Pac.
Yes.
Vignette. Whew. I mean, it was the star of the segment. Is the Pac vignette. Where he basically says, "I see through your BS. I'm coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Watch your back."
Yeah, I loved it. I love where they're going with Pac. This is awesome.
Your mist didn't work on me, Mopo.
Yeah,
I'm too tough. Or it's all just a big double game. You never know.
You never know with the House of Black, right?
Right. So then we get little vignette with the Lance Archer, Dan Lambert, Jake the
and Jake the
Snake
Snake Roberts, baby.
back in the bit. I mean, I guess you get Archer's back, so Jake the Snake's back too. So
Yeah. It
wherever
was
they
good.
did-
It was good to see
whatever
Jake the Snake.
locker they had Jake locked in,
Yeah.
they just opened him up and got him out, dusted him off, said we're ready to go. And and I love that like Lambert, is part of this.
Yeah.
And and then we of course, get the showdown later. But I love Tony Schiavone's like, what is this association? He's like, it doesn't matter.
There.
You don't even need to know.
Yeah, I think Dan Lambert is like, I just want to be able to cut a promo with Jake the Snake Roberts. That's what I think.
You got it.
Because who doesn't? Who doesn't? Right?
Right. And then we get the quick little before the actual Archer Kazarian match, we actually get a little quick Roppongi Vice reunion.
Mhm.
And those people unfamiliar, this is one of the greatest tag teams ever. It's Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero. They were like, this is these if ever talks about the Bullet Club and Chaos rivalry in New Japan, this is what they were talking about. Roppongi Vice was on Chaos, and the Young Bucks were Bullet Club, so they had some amazing matches. So we're gonna get a New Japan Classic on Friday night. So that is gonna be a highlight reel, hopefully. For both these teams. And I like to see Rocky, and anytime Rocky's in AEW, I'm pretty happy.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
But then we actually get to the Archer Kazarian match.
Yeah. Oh,
and it's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
For a monster versus a baby face, this is Kazarian puts up quite the fight.
Yeah.
And what'd you think of Hangman coming out afterwards?
Here's the thing. All right. I think I feel about Hangman the way you feel about Christian Cage.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That bad?
He comes out in his little come on, man. You're doing.
He does have a little Hangman bounce to it.
It's almost like a little George Jefferson-y, Like I feel like, and we're moving on up, moving on. I mean, that's kind of how he was kind of. I wonder if that was the song that was playing in his head.
Sherman Helms. Are you kidding me?
I'm just waiting for him to do a little, I mean, that's just kind of what it looked like when he was kind of bebopping out there to me. It was a little George Jefferson. I thought he was going to get out the little Nerf things and kind of, but I was.
No, he took his cowboy boot off.
And knocked him,
the Lance Archer in the head with it.
Well, but he did the thing that we've been wanting him to do.
He did violence.
Yeah, he came out. He didn't have a mic. He just got aggressive, man. That's what we need to see.
Almost buckshot him.
Almost, yeah.
Caught the buckshot.
Dude, Lance Archer's another big dude, man.
Beast,
that's damn, man.
I will say he has maybe the most. He can get one of the most, frightening, dead behind the eyes looks in the world. Terrifying.
I think this is a good bridge opponent for Adam Page.
I think so. I think they'll have a good rough match. Archer will beat him up thoroughly, and he'll come back and beat him, and it'll look really good. I look forward to it whenever it's going to happen. At some point in time there during that match, we went to picture in picture, and the massive Hook promo.
Yeah.
During the picture in picture segment.
I'm like, I was like, what's going on where they were running stuff during picture in picture?
They are, dude, Rampage is now Hook show.
Yeah. Yeah.
They want Hook Mania to equal ratings for Rampage.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's 100% what it is.
They're not going to put them on Dynamite with everybody already watching.
Right.
They need everybody to watch Rampage.
Right.
Get that Rampage.
Rampage is going to be that.
I mean, clearly it's going to be that Hook
show. Right.
So but then we get a little, some backstage interactions. It did feel like we're heavy on backstage interactions, right? But
We had a lot.
I felt like they all moved story forward.
Yes.
And I'm okay with it. If they're just move story sideways, I don't
Mm-hmm.
like it. If
Yeah.
it moves the story forward, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
So Dante says, hey, I'm back. I'm cool. I'm a baby face. I like everybody.
Yeah.
And Seidel and Moriarty say cool. And then Team Taz says, screw you.
Right.
Watch your back. Team Taz
Right.
builds assassins. And notice Hook isn't in the shot.
Right.
Is that like, because I mean, are we trying to protect the fact that Hook is like is over as a baby face?
That's a good question. I mean,
he is so over, and you don't want to even mess with the fact that Team Taz is a heel stable.
Right.
Or they just, he's gonna go out and beat Serpentico, but apparently he might be the guy that blindsides Dante at some point too.
Yeah.
And says, well, I am the killer of the team. And
I mean, I'm hoping that Dante and Hook is inevitable.
it is.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't you say it on the line that you thought Hook and Daniel Garcia would be wrestling for a title?
Yeah. 2 years. Yeah.
2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
I'd put Dante just in that mix as well.
Yeah.
Just as much.
Yeah.
There's
so much talent. Oh my God. That just
god, the roster is just so stacked.
It's filthy how much just talent we have.
And you see a Moxley coming back. It's like, oh my God, just forget that you have another main event guy. Just was on the sideline.
Speaking of, can we talk? Have we? I don't know if we're going to talk about speaking of picture in picture. Sammy doing his little, his.
We're not there yet.
No, we're not there yet. But interesting. Let's just say we'll get to it. But interesting. One response in particular, very interesting on Twitter, in the Twitterverse. We can touch on a little later. Yeah.
But we basically get to see Layla Hirsch go full heel.
Oh yeah.
Attack her two babyface teammates.
Mm-hmm.
And now we get a match booked: Red Velvet versus Legit Layla for next week.
I love Legit Layla. She's growing on.
I do too, and I don't know. I kind of like her as a heel. Maybe that's what she's always needed to be.
Yeah.
But then we get Sky against Serena Deeb.
Wow, Serena Deeb is just a killer, man.
I want Serena to wrestle. I want Serena to be in the championship picture.
She needs to be in the picture.
She's just too good. She's like the meanest monster heel there might be in wrestling.
Man, I want Serena and I want Britt Baker. That's the match I want.
It's heel, but man, it'll be good.
Yeah.
And they're two different brands of it.
Mm-hmm.
One is smoke and mirrors and quickness and.
But the
other is just pure brutality and technical knowledge.
Here's what I think is going to happen. I believe that your next AEW Women's Champion will be Chris Statlander. I think Dr. Britt Baker is well deserved. I should say needs a break.
I think it's Thunder Rosa, but
well, maybe so.
I think that she's going to come out ahead in this whole Mercedes thing, and then title match.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Here's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting Statlander, Serena Deeb, Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker comes back and says, "I'm coming to get what's mine."
Oh, nice.
That's
could be good.
Let's write it down.
Could be good.
Let's write it down. Let's see how far off I am. I'm usually wrong about these things.
He called Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
So we get all ego Ethan Page backstage with Scorpio Sky and Dan Lambert.
Man,
all Ethan.
Wow,
boy, ego is saying,
man,
I got one for you, John Moxley. Me.
yeah. Kudos, man, to all ego. Like
To take the challenge. Oh man,
yeah,
he's a man's man.
Yeah,
Man of the year.
He's like, don't let the $500 sunglasses fool you. I'm like, oh man, that's gonna be, we're gonna get some great wrestling. Just and Moxley is gonna kick his face in and pay, and all ego is gonna give it right back to him.
Oh, he's gonna give it right back. It's gonna be good.
Oh
it's
man,
this is gonna be a violent match.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. And I follow Ethan on social media and everything. I think he's kind of itching for a good one.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna give us one. I think it'll be really good.
When are we gonna get Scorpio Sky in the ring with somebody?
On
television.
I tweeted at Tony Khan saying, like, put Scorpio Sky in a wrestling match on television.
Yeah.
Why is he not wrestling?
Yeah.
I like that he keeps alliterating. I have not been pinned in this many days. I've not lost a match in this many days.
Yeah.
Why am I not in a championship match?
Yeah. I don't know what his contract situation is, but I'm telling you, this is not a dude
you let go
that you want to lose, man. You got it.
He's an inaugural champion too.
Yeah.
I want those guys to be in the company,
right?
To stay in the company. And don't get me wrong. I think that I want them used more. Again, this kind of just shows how stacked AEW is. But
yeah,
the men of the year need to be on TV every week.
Yeah,
and they need to be wrestling every, lots
100%.
more than they are.
Yeah,
but I'm glad we're going to see him wrestle. That should be the main event of that. But then again, he got that Jade match. This is gonna just tongue tie me.
Yeah.
Hook versus Serpentico.
Mm-hmm.
And the Roppongi Vice versus the Young Bucks, which will be amazing.
I mean, so
that's a lot of wrestling in an hour.
That's a lot of main events too. I mean,
I'm thinking Hook Serpentico short.
Yeah.
Anna Jade short. You're only two. We're probably going to open with Roppongi Vice and the Bucks.
Yeah.
Close with Paige and Mox.
I would think so. Yeah, Hook will be kind of a squash match, and then Jade. I could see Jade and Anna. Do you see Jade and Anna kind of being the undercard to the main event?
Kinda, yeah. I mean, that's a big match.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the good news is that Hook's matches don't last long. Jade's matches don't last long.
No.
So you kind of bookend those with what's going to be phenomenal matches, and you're going to have two really good very short but entertaining matches in between.
There's not gonna be much talking on Rampage.
No.
This week. I don't think.
No, they're gonna get the business right away.
But then basically they promote the ladder match and some other stuff, and then we get the cut to Sammy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Clearly living in paradise in more ways than one.
In Brazil, hanging out with his girlfriend and fellow wrestler.
The new official girlfriend.
Yeah. Anna Jay's
and her
BFF.
family.
Yeah, and her family, meeting the family. Yeah. Yeah, that's
fast, buddy.
Well, it's not as fast. It's kind of like a volcano. We only see it, but that eruption's been happening beneath the surface for a really long time. So yeah, but sometimes
Tonga.
Yeah, but sometimes
speaking of all the wrestlers from Tonga,
yeah,
there's a fund out there. Donate if you can.
Absolutely.
To help. Thankfully, Tonga wasn't just like that. Was like the most massive eruptions of like the last 100 years or something.
Yeah, crazy. Incredible. Yeah, but Sammy's bit caught the eye of someone of note. who just happened to be on Twitter and had some comments to make.
What was said, Jerry?
Well, the person was commenting on Sammy's penmanship, which I have to kind of agree. As someone with really poor penmanship, I recognize when penmanship isn't the best. Sammy's has a little bit, left to be desired, but that's not really the important thing. The person also commented basically that he hoped that Cody, kicked his head in. The person who was tweeting was the one Bryan Danielson.
Oh, I love
it. Yes. So you can read into that what you will.
Enjoy. He's probably in Brazil too.
Yeah.
Probably at the same place.
But I'm looking
at the same place.
I don't know how it's going to pan out, but I have a feeling that
that
whoever wins this match is going to see one Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson is going to come see them.
It could be.
That's my not, it's not even a prediction. I mean, he's just putting it out there that he is watching.
He's saying he wants that TT belt. Who knows? I mean,
and I'm still,
he'll wrestle every week.
And I'm just waiting on my guy, who's really your guy, Miro.
Oh yeah,
to come back.
Can't wait for the Miro. I think it's the hamstring.
Yeah,
still got him on the shelf, unfortunately.
Well, he wasn't able to go home.
I think he'll get a good.
He wasn't able to go home for a while, so he probably pulled a hammy. Who knows how he really
living in the Motel 6, man. Yeah. It's rough.
It's rough, man. It is rough.
But then we get to the announcement that Andrade El Idolo has purchased the Hardy family office.
The AHFO, baby.
No, the AHFO. Notice the bunny's just back there rolling her eyes.
Yeah.
Why am I even here?
Yeah.
What is going on?
I love Andrade so much. And it's like, I want to hire the guy that works for Sting.
Okay. He's talking about Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Sting's boy. I want to hire Sting's boy. Sting's little boy.
Andrade is just grown on me. He is one of my favorite personalities in AEW, man. I love that guy.
He's kind of like the whimsy of the Latin, the Latin heel.
Yeah.
But when it's time for business,
oh yeah,
dude, when he came out for that match with Cody, and he basically looked like a hitman out of a Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
A fucking knife. I was just like, I will buy a ticket for anything this guy is. Yeah. I will buy a ticket because he just looks mean. I mean, it's just like, this is what bad guy, badass dudes look like.
Yeah.
If he's gonna come out in that gear, But it is kind of funny that the Butcher, the Blade, and the Bunny were just kind of left out of the whole equation when it comes to running said group.
Well, but Matt Hardy was like, the original members, right?
There's 5 votes.
It's
him, Isaiah, and Mark.
Right.
Get the third of the 3, and then Andrade and Jose are the other 2.
Yeah.
So what about the Butcher, the Buddy, and the Blade?
Private Party, Butcher and the Blade. I don't know. Maybe Matt will say, hey, like, you have to wrestle for your stake in the family office. I don't know.
That's 2 incredibly violent people. I wouldn't want to do that with.
No. Look,
three
I was gonna say
incredibly violent people.
Acknowledge the bunny, man.
Oh man, she might be the most violent of all three of them. Who knows?
I mean, how much is the bunny in WWE's head right now? So not only has she outdrew
Drew
Roman and Brock Lesnar, right? And now WWE is like, oh, that street fight just shows that we're in two totally different businesses, and the wrestling consumer of 2022 doesn't want this.
That article or they're whatever they're like, the talk about mutilation, like, the mutilating the people.
Yeah,
that Bray Wyatt on fire in the middle of the ring, and let it burn.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
Right,
let a guy on fire. Not that long ago.
I mean, I'm sitting here reading the story, and I'm like,
"What's a nonsense?
Is it Sacha Baron? Is it Sacha Baron Cohen imitating a WWE executive, and the reporter doesn't realize that it's Sacha Baron Cohen?"
Yes.
I mean, because that's what it felt like to me. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. But but they don't watch AEW, Jeff. They don't watch it.
No.
And it's not sad. Competition.
They should watch the content. You should watch it. You'd learn something.
But sometimes
I think they learn something.
But coincidences happen, right? The Miz is eating well because of CM Punk and MJF's promo. The Miz was nowhere in their story. It was nowhere in their plans. He gets one mention in that
Raw main event.
Yeah. He should be sending CM Punk. He should have sent him a very, very nice Christmas present.
Probably has.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh, how about I did see. Did you? All right. Have you seen any of the pictures from the Cardona wedding?
No.
Okay. So there's one great one of all the groomsmen, and Miz is like got the most epic eye roll I've ever seen going on, because he's kind of hoarded with all these indie guys and AEW guys, and he's just kind of like, oh man, I'm here. It's pretty funny. You should go look through Cardona's Twitter feed. I think he's really is a free agent. Cody?
Cardona? No, Matt Cardona.
No, he's wrestling for Impact.
I don't know why I thought I read somewhere he said he was a free agent, but maybe he's just
he might. I don't know if he has a contract with anybody. He's wrestling he's wrestling on every show.
Yeah.
I mean, more power to him. I think he should do whatever gets him the most money, and I think he's getting a ton of it working these indies.
Oh, so, yeah.
Some of these guys are making crazy money. Doing these indie shows.
Heck yeah. I mean, what we're seeing, and with both the mothership and with AEW, there's tons of wrestling fans, whether you like the big promotions, whether you like the small indie promotions,
right?
There's a lot of money to be made, and you're more of an aficionado as I mean, like when you start looking at like New Japan, like there's so much talent.
Oh yeah,
that I have yet to see, and I hope that we get some sort of super card that you've been calling for a really long time.
I don't know if we'll ever get it at WWE super card.
It doesn't even need to be them.
I think the odds of like an AEW Impact, New Japan, GCW, CZW, whatever. I think that's definitely possible.
And I would love to see that. I would absolutely love to see.
I mean, I think like that big women's the big women's only pay-per-view that they did. I mean, AEW did the payroll for that. I mean, they paid the wrestlers.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, they've clearly have done out and reached out for more to do more things like that. Hopefully.
So I mean, so in that case, so the forbidden door, as it were, it's not really closed, is it?
It's funny to think that there even is a door or whatever. It's just the fact that I think that these companies are willing to work with each other. Yeah. And for the first time ever, now WWE has finally reached out a tentacle in that direction for the first time.
Yeah.
And who knows what this means? Like, I think they're trying to build as much tease as they can for the Royal Rumble, because they know it's probably bound to be boring as shit.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get some excitement around it. But I don't think there's going to be. If somebody from, one of the indies shows up, I'd be, I'm not going to be wildly surprised. It's not going to be Moose. It's not going to be Moxley or Cody Rhodes or anything like that.
Yeah.
It might be, like I said, it's just going to be somebody who hasn't worked in a while.
Yeah.
Probably Bray Wyatt coming back for $100,000 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm not writing off Cody.
Who knows? And hey, as somebody showed you in the main event, 63-year-old men can still wrestle main events.
Dude, Sting. My goodness. Wow.
So what do you think of this match, man? It's interesting start.
First of all, if you all have not seen the Acclaims video, please Google it. It is hilarious. It just
the full video. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't know what's with the makeup. Sting has never had red lips. So they're doing the Sting up. It's like,
yeah.
Why does he? It's like, you guys, that's Paul Stanley. Yes, the red lips. Yes.
This match, I love the way it started. I love the whole spot with Darby and the chair, and he's I
love it. It's as soon as the referee's like, get up, it's like, that's clearly a work, because that's not how you guys clearly handle major medical emergencies.
Right.
You keep major medical emergencies clear and off camera.
Yeah. So getting Sting and basically a handicap match, and he just looks, oh man,
63-year-old man wrestling a handicap match, dude. That's incredible, and not missing a beat, pretty much.
Man.
And then we get Darby miraculously returns, pulls the old James Brown out of a wheelchair.
Yeah.
God, what's his name? Jayhawk guy.
Yeah.
There's the Celtics came out of the wheelchair.
Yeah, Paul Pierce.
Amazing. So Darby has his Paul Pierce moment.
Yeah.
Comes back out.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Sting starts wandering up by the announce table. And we're like, what's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you know, he's launching himself off the stage through a table. It's like, well, this is incredible. Sting just did a splash through young Max Caster.
Yeah, my daughter came in right after that splash, and she's like, I really like his tights. Talking about Sting. Yeah, and I'm like, he's 63 years old. She's like, he's 63 years old and doing that.
Yes.
I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guy's nuts.
Man, the Acclaim. So, I think the Acclaim for me is what 2.0 is for you. I love watching these guys. And I'm a big Bowens fan. I am.
He's very good.
He is just so good, man. But yeah, this match was a lot of fun for me. It reminded me of just being younger. I can't say a kid, because I was still a grown-ass man, WCW days, but it was just fun. It's just a fun
match.
And even though I didn't expect Sting to be in a handicap match for a while, but it was great watching him work and just doing.
I kind of figured he'd probably get the hot. I figured he'd get the hot tag, maybe at the end, and I figured he'd probably be in for a couple minutes. Yeah, no, he gets to wrestle the whole match.
And I love that, because it's like the acknowledgement, like, hey, people want to see Sting. Like, he's still a draw. Oh man, 100%. Yeah.
Only got worried at one spot where Bowens was really yanking on that piece, and I'm like, oh god,
yeah, like
man,
come on,
Bowens,
man, take
Bowens,
it easy, buddy.
easy on the bald guy.
Yeah,
that's who knows what's going on. What's keeping that miracle of hair going on back there? Easy.
Yeah, but
still one of my favorite spots ever was WrestleMania. I can't remember which one of the it was one of the Undertaker Shawn Michaels matches. And they both knocked each other out on the outside, and the cameraman has unfortunately just got both of their bald spots right in the camera glare, and they hang on the shot for way too long.
Yeah,
it's like, oh man, somebody got fired over that one.
Oh, I'm sure.
Don't show the bald guy's bald spots for too long. Speaking of, did you hear about Scotty 2 Hotty's interview?
No. What did he have to say?
So when he went on Talk Is Jericho, and he was talking about, so he left NXT previous to that big round of firings. And he basically I'm glad I called my own shot and I left on my own terms. And he's like, but dude, they were telling us, like, you know, so during the pandemic, he's like, everybody's just wearing tracksuits, whatever, and it was cool, you know. And then Hunter's gone. They're like, oh god, gotta dress business cash again. And the next thing you know, they're like, Vince says you guys look too old. You guys need to dye your beards and dye your hair and dye your beards. He's like, he doesn't want the producers, and he's like, you guys look too old. Wow. It's like Vince has lost his mind.
Yeah.
Like utterly and completely, Jerry.
Yeah. Well, and this whole shtick that he's got with Austin Theory, which is interesting how the WWE is like, oh, we're a different company. We don't believe in violence. And Vince is like, oh, I'm going to smash out your teeth. And like, I'm just like, but the whole Austin Theory thing with him, I don't get any of that stuff. I mean, he's getting clean victories over, you know, Finn Balor. And I'm like, okay, that's what you guys are doing now. Okay.
Finn Balor, man, I'd be
all your former champions. You got you're making a fool out of Big E. You're making a fool out of Finn Balor. I guess being a champion, I guess just doesn't really matter. I guess.
Well, you know, the way that WWE has hot potatoed belts around this last many years, you know, just is kind of an indication. It's like they don't really care about the champion.
No.
And, you know, it's like the belt doesn't mean near, you know, when I hated when they let John Cena win his 16th.
Yeah.
I hated it. Because it was like it kind of demeaned Ric Flair to me in a way. But it also just kind of says that, dude, you had 16 title reigns in, you know, not that long of a time frame.
Right.
And it's kind of like you got it and you lost it a bunch of times.
You won it, you lost it, you get it back.
You know, Roman being the longest reigning Universal Champion of all time is like way more impressive to me than hot potatoing it. Like I'm a 7-time champion. It's like, well, we won it and lost it 5 times in about a 4-month span.
Right.
Not impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I like that in AEW, it seems like the title stays on.
Yeah.
You know, the champ gets a run.
And
if it's good, it lasts. If it's not good,
and the belt the changing of hands of the belt is because there's a story arc. It's going somewhere. Something. I feel like Vince is like, man, Vince is a shake things up kind of person. We just need to shake it up. We need to take the belt off of Big E and just give it to. So basically, Vince is getting his dream matchup, Meathead versus Meathead. He's got Brock against Bobby Lashley, his 2 big monsters going at
Sirloin beef, some bitches.
Yeah, that's right. So Vince is in heaven. Vince is in hog heaven, literally hog heaven.
He likes the big slapping meat matches, and you know, the thing is, there can be great big slap and meat matches. It's possible.
Mhm.
It's, they're just usually better done when it's got, have guys who are better wrestlers wrestle each other.
Yeah.
And, Brock is great, but how long? I mean, Brock can't go long matches anymore.
No.
He's gassed after 5 or 6 minutes.
I mean, do
now.
we really want him? They want him carrying the banner for, I mean, that's who you're building around?
No.
I mean, that's the thing. I don't feel like Vince believes in any of the other guys enough to let them carry the mantle.
And it's funny, dude. Watch, if you go back and watch it, see how many times, like, look at Ric Flair and Harley Race when they had the NWA championship.
Mhm.
And these dudes are wrestling every night, man.
Every night. Yeah.
They're wrestling, defending the title literally like almost every day or every other day.
And they were in just different territory. They'd be in Kansas City one night. They'd be in Memphis defending against Jerry Lawler one night. Then he's shooting up just all over.
They go to New York.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. AWA. Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just kind of like crazy. Like, man, these guys wrestle every night. World title match every night. And it's like, how many times has, when Brock Lesnar has he even like wrestled in the last 10 years?
I mean, he's only going to do pay-per-views, right? Or I'm sorry.
Pay-per-views, maybe he might wrestle a Raw or whatever here.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
He's going to wrestle, 5-6 times a year.
Yeah. I will say this. I will be the first to say that I don't like necessarily how they treated Big E. I will say that his persona is a little corny.
Oh yeah.
And I think it starts with the whatever the gear that he wears. Like, dude.
Oh, it's terrible. It's hard to take him seriously in the
and I think that's probably where Vince was, right? Like, dude, like I just see cornball. And I'm like, but Vince, this is you. You asked him to do this.
Look, man, Bobby Lashley didn't become a badass until he started wearing pants.
Right. Yeah. Put some pants on. Big E.
Put long pants on.
Put your long pants on and you will get your belt back, brother.
Some guys, you just try out a few different ring gear types.
Yeah. I mean, Punk, sometimes Punk's in pants. Sometimes he's in shorts.
Long pants. Standard trunks.
Yeah.
Kickboxing shorts against Eddie. That was boxing shorts. Those are great.
Gotta switch it up, man.
I like Hook in the boxing shorts, except God damn it, Hook. I hate those goddamn white boots.
Yeah.
White boots. God damn it. Come on.
Get a little style, Hook. Come on.
Get rid of them.
Come on.
If you're gonna have white boots, they gotta have black accents.
Yeah.
Or at least accents that match your gear.
Yeah.
Straight white boots. Oh. Alrighty, guys. It's been a great episode. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Hit the comments, hit us up on the old Twitter.
Yeah.
And let us know what's going on.
All right,
y'all. Hear from you.
We'll catch y'all on the flip side. Mark for life, y'all. Deuces.